That's an amazing speech, Sunny. I don't know where you are. Oh, over there. So I was very impressed by a lot of things about you. First, you mentioned about when you were young, you went to a lot of Korean school. Unfortunately, I didn't really have that kind of experience because I always begged my parents to go to Korean school. Well, but when you mimic the tone of your parents, that totally reminds my dad and my mom. That was really harsh. And well, another thing is I noticed you have very strong body language, right? When you talk about swimming class, you swim, ballet class, you dance, and then piano class, you play piano. Like very vividly, I really enjoy watching you performance on the stage. Well, and you also have very strong vocal variety because I could hear you no problem. When you are speaking like your parents, you make the voice really harsh, strong. And when you talk about your boss, you act like a totally different person. So I think that's really, really good about you. And now, let's talk about the suggestion. I would like to give it to you. First, you mentioned that the first time when you think about, no one asks you what makes you happy, right? My suggestion is it should be a kind of soft voice because you say, Sonny, what makes you happy? Right? I think that question is like, I think could be a little bit more gentle or maybe a little bit softer. That would be kind of nice and sweet because that kind of question is asking for your emotion, right? So that's my suggestion. And then another thing is, you mentioned about you went to the hospital after hard working for a whole week. You kind of got locked up in the hospital. The doctor said you couldn't go anywhere. And then you say your mom, she tried to take care of you and then she ended up went to the hospital as well. I think you could make it more dramatic, right? Because you have very, very good speed when you talk. It's like chop, chop, chop. But when you talk about the hospital thing, I think you can slow down a little bit and maybe make it more dramatic. That would be more amazing. And then the last thing, I think, because at the end you mentioned about your title, purpose or process, which one is more important? It's a little bit confusing for me. I think maybe you can make it more like what's the most important thing in your life? What's the thing you truly care about? Because that's how I would mention about things like that. Purpose and process reminds me kind of like working things again, like it's still very harsh and tough. So that's my suggestion, my evaluation.